Hey everyone, had another dream last night about time, but not really, like time traveling. And so I woke up and Christ starts telling me, I don't remember the dream. I don't remember the dream. It wasn't that relevant to anything. It wasn't very good. It was more to do about my own psychology, I think. But I woke up and I started asking Christ about time travel, and I didn't ask mentally. I don't talk. My spirit asks, and I hear him. Everybody yell back. It's a long story. Sorry, my YouTube got shut down. Now you'll never know what I'm talking about until I make the video again explaining all this, how I got to this point. Anyway, back to the thing, time travel. So Christ came and he said that there is no time or space in the spirit world. And I knew that already. I knew that when I was like 18, right? When I started meditating. Because I would end up, you know those nights where you go to sleep and you wake up and it's like 1 second went by and you're like, no, I gotta go to work. You know that feeling? If you've never experienced it, it happens a lot. And so I know there's no time or space in the spirit world. I knew that. And so I go, well, is there time travel in the spirit world where you are? And he's like, yeah. And I go, oh, and I already knew that, but I asked him just to ask. And then I said, he goes, you are in time. Physical reality is time. You are in time. There is no time here. You perceive time because you're in time. You're in the physical reality, the physical world, this physical dimension is time. Is the timeline. Each one of you are me. We all have our own river, our own path. We're on our own timeline. And they coincide, mingle, and mix around. And then he goes, well, take it from here. He goes, you're in the illusion. Reality is the illusion. And the illusion is the timeline. And you create in the illusion. You create the illusion. So they wrote some stuff down. That was one of them. And he said, time is the illusion. That's what he kept repeating it. Time is the illusion. Physical reality is time. Like time. You know, if you're going to time travel, this is all from the aspect of time travel. So if you want to time travel, you got to manipulate all the physics and everything to get yourself a machine to time travel. I don't know if we've done that or not. I ain't. But to do it physically. But you are in time. You're stuck in time. And it's only your perception of time. But if you're seeing through your soul, there would be no time and space. And you can manipulate. Like what's his face does in the Matrix when he becomes the numbers on the screen. And he sees the whole world as numbers. And he can manipulate. See what's going to happen before it happens. That type of stuff. When you look through your soul, you can see the physical world, what's coming and going. And you're manifesting in illusions. You can call it up, order it up, add it up, accept it, or don't accept it. You know what I'm saying? You can see it before it happens. And this is what I've been going through all my life, and I never really understood it. Because I see things like before they happen, mostly like aggression and fights and stuff. Before I get in a fight, I know it's going to happen, and then bam, it happens. And I'm like, how come I knew that before it happened? Because it was my soul telling me that probable reality was coming my way. And I had no nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about it. So that, I always wondered about that. And that's what that is. If your spirit's saying this is going to happen, this is going to be happening, look out, here it is, bam, and it happens. So you got to play catch up. You always got to play catch up. Well, I do anyway. So And he goes, time is the illusion, and physical reality is the illusion, right? And so you manifest in the illusion. And how you do that is through prayer. And through what prayer is, turn off your ego and daydream. Like totally daydream. Just totally let your ego go. Think about what you want and daydream it. Don't construct. Just let it go and put yourself in that probable reality. And you're manifesting that reality. And it'll happen. And they call it prayer, but it actually is just daydreaming. So when you go down and meditate, totally let yourself go, but construct it. It's sort of like in creative visualization. But I don't even call it creative because you're constructing in creative visualization. I don't know. I don't do it like that. I just let myself go and I say, okay, I want to do this in my meditation. I want to win the lottery, right? So it never works, but it works better for animals for me. Like I want to photograph a snowy owl, and snowy owls never come around here unless it's winter time. And I've been doing it and I ain't seen one yet, so I'm not too good on it. But animals work better for me. So what I'll do is I'll lay down and meditate, and I'll just dream myself walking. I'll just visualize myself walking through the woods with my camera, and then I'll come across the snowy owl and I'll just totally engross myself taking pictures of it the best I can. And then like 2 days later, there's a snowy owl and I'm getting a photograph. That happens all the time. All the time. Even with animals that are not supposed to be here. I did that with a moth. I was walking down the street and I was visualizing a moth. One that I've never seen before. One that I can't photograph. This has happened last year, and I was just walking down the street daydreaming, thinking about, oh, it'd be cool to get a moth, you know, like a moth. Or no, actually, it was a butterfly. I was dreaming about a butterfly. Taking pictures of a butterfly that's not even in this country, does not even come to this country, cannot stand a cold climate. I went down to the beach, and I was photographing butterflies, and I photographed one butterfly. I came back to check it out, and the thing was from Ecuador. There's about like 5 sightings of this species of, it was a hummingbird moth. It looks like a hummingbird, but it's a moth. It eats. Anyway, I photographed it and I sent it into the pro guys to find out what it was called, and you know, the university smart guys, whatever they're called. And they said it was from Ecuador. It was, I forgot the name of the moth. I got it on my Facebook page, but it's from Ecuador. So, well, there you go. There's only been 5 sightings up here in the north. Like in the northern latitudes of the United States. I think 2 sightings in Canada, and 1 was mine. So how's that? That's what I'm talking about. So you can manifest these things. I've done it so many times with animals. I got 1,000 examples. But back to the timeline. So Christ is saying reality is time, and reality is the illusion from there. Real us, spiritual, if you die and you're in a spirit in heaven, that is the normal. This reality is a freak. It's a place to go and experience. So there you go. And from his point of view, you can travel anybody's timeline, experience any timeline in heaven. And I guess they got it all set up so you can do that. But you should, I think they train you to do things that you can go see. I don't know, I haven't really experienced it, but I'm getting a feeling about it. But anyway, and the reason I asked that question was because in my dreams, I always have dreams where I'm at a river, I'm going down a river, and I jump off the river, and I end up at a certain time, and I'm seeing dinosaurs, mastodons, you know, events taking place all throughout my life. And I always wondered, well, I knew the river was the timeline, but how do you know when to get off the fucking river to experience what you want to experience? Is it just random? Like, who does that? How does that happen? And always in dream space from my spirit, taking me there and showing me, teaching me. My spirit's teaching me all this when I go to bed at night. So it's not a dream, it's a lesson. They're teaching you through experience. But how do you do that consciously, right? That's always been the question I want to know. So I'm trying to work out this stuff, and I'm adding it all up, and I'm just making videos. But that's what Christ said. He said, I'm in time, I'm in the illusion, and time is the illusion. There you go. So, if you want to build a time machine, we can do it. We can do it. But we got to take ourselves, I think, take ourselves out of time and space as we know it. Physical reality. We take ourselves out of either in a bubble, some gravimetrical bubble of 0-point energy stuff. I don't know. Watch sci-fi movies, but they can do it. He says it can be done, but we ain't got around to it yet. And from my ET stuff, I know they do it. Fascinating. So I just thought I'd make this video, some more stuff I got this morning. And that's pretty much it. So what I asked him, okay, I want to know how to see can I change my time? And it's manifest illusion, right? So if I want to do something and I pray or order it up to manifest in this illusion of myself, like winning the lottery or anything like that, I daydream it best I can and let it go. Daydream it and let it go, and eventually it'll happen. That's how they do it. And wait for it to come to you, or you come across it, and then act on it. Still learning, still doing my thing, you know. I ain't Mr. Master at it, but at least I know. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to own it. I'm starting to feel it, own it, know the way. And what I do is, every time I have an experience with manifesting, like animals, things like that, I'll look back at how it happened. I'll look back, because you don't recognize it when you're doing it. Like you're walking down the street going, wow, that'd be cool to do that. And then 2 days later it happens. You're like, whoa, I thought about that 2 days ago. And so I'll remember what I did 2 days ago and how I did it. And I was just walking down the street daydreaming, and it happened. It happens all the time. And I try to remember, and then I tell myself, okay, I ordered up the moth in a daydream, but I wasn't thinking about ordering it up. And that's the little glitch. You think about ordering it up, right? You think about it. And that is the seed of doubt. As soon as you think about it. But as soon as you're not thinking about it and you just daydream, then it happens. Do you get it? Oh, just a little glitch. Just one little glitch. And that's where I'm stuck. I'm always stuck on that fucking little glitch. Oh, it drives me nuts. As soon as you think, I'm gonna do this, and then you daydream, and it never fucking happens. But as soon as you're not thinking about ordering it up and you'll do it, it happens. Every time. So that's the little thing I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to get rid of that glitch in my head where I don't have to think about it. Or I can think about it, but I don't negate it. Do you understand? It's really some fancy words you gotta look at. I don't know them. But I'm playing it. I know I'm gonna figure it out. Because you know what the hell, I got nothing else better to do. Right? Might as well figure out these cool things. And if you can perfect it, well, awesome. No more screwing around, right? And you always have to ask your inner light to help you out, to show you the path. Because I constantly do that. I'm asking my inner light constantly. Give me experiences to show me the way, show me the path, show me how to do it. Which all these experiences I had led me to this little seed of doubt. You can't do it consciously. You got to bypass it all and just like float into the dream. And the best time it happens is when you're doing the dishes, right? You're like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and I go do the dishes. So you're sitting there doing the dishes, washing the dishes and stuff, and you're daydreaming, and that's when it happens. Or you're walking down the street just daydreaming on a nice day, and you're all by yourself daydreaming, and that's when it happens. You're ordering it up, for me anyway. And I'm with my soul, because when you daydream, you let go of the ego. The ego is like it locks you in, right? But when you daydream, you open up, you let it out to the universe, because you open your ego. Your ego's gone. You're not thinking about anything. You're just letting your daydream. So your mind is with your spirit, and your spirit is with your mind. And they're working together as one to order up what you like, what you want in the prayer, in the daydream. Okay, in the illusion, manifest illusion. So you're manifesting right there. You're telling the universe, I want this, and the universe goes, okay, here it is. And so try doing that on a conscious level, right? It's a little different. So what I do is, and I'm working on this, is I say the next time I daydream walking down the street, or the next time I daydream walking down the street, or the next time I daydream doing the dishes, I tell myself to automatically go to me daydreaming winning the lottery or something I want. And I set it up ahead of time. So like 2 days from now, I'm going to be daydreaming. I don't know when, the next time I do. I'll tell myself, and I'll tell my brain, and I'll tell my spirit, just automatically take me into lottery mode, where I daydream about winning the lottery. And so I'm just not loose like a leaf floating around the universe. I'm programming myself to daydream about a probable reality that I can manifest in. Therefore, I negate the little doubt in my head. Because it seems, whenever I try to do it in a conscious way, even in my bed meditating, it never works. And even I tell myself, my spirit, give me a daydream, give me a dream about time travel. Teach me how, teach me the way, show me the path. And I'll dream about it. I'll totally forget about it. I may not dream about it that night, but I'll dream about it the next night. When you start thinking critical within yourself, your spirit gives it to you. So order it up beforehand before you go to bed at night. Say, I want to know. Show me the path. Show me the way. And that'll start showing you. And you just keep doing that forever. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I do. And that's what happened to me last night. Christ told me, I am in time. I'm in the illusion. And time is the illusion. So there you go. From his perspective, in zero time and space, he looks at me and he can just go wherever he wants in my life, go in there, in that scenario, and see what happened. And so can you. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome. I love this stuff. I want the aliens to come down and give me a handheld time machine so I can go take video with this camera. Anyway. Gotta keep trying, right? Alright, guys.